Okay, everybody, HD Foxer here, and I know I had a video that I was going to show for this. This is my I'm going to say HTC. This is my Toshiba Qosmio x755 3D, and, I decided I was going to put Ubuntu 11.10 on there. No matter what I've done, not a single thing has worked. The only success that I had has been doing the install inside Windows feature that Ubuntu has had for quite a while, and the only success that I had with it is that it had what they called I think they said it was an ACPI workaround. That was the only thing that let me install, was their ACPI workaround for their install. Now I'll turn it on, and I'll show you what I get. I'll probably see if it'll focus again. I don't think it'll focus. Oh, there it goes. See, I can choose Windows or Ubuntu. Choose Ubuntu, and there that says something about NTFS. I think it's called Wooby or whatever is not found, and then it says that there's some kind of like missing file or something like that, but I'm not 100% sure if that's exactly part of the problem. But then you get your usual two options here. But whenever you boot, that's what you get. And the BIOS is set so that way the keys light up when you hit them. Here, it's not lighting up. It's total system failure. Nothing comes up. And then I believe it just restarts itself. Yep. So that's pretty much all that it does. Over here, with my desktop that I have just kind of sitting over here for now, you can see I've got a whole mess of tabs open trying to fix this problem. Many of which is saying that you need to go into this mode, and you need to down here set this to AC equals off. So what it says you're supposed to do. But the only thing that it doesn't ask you to see if there's any way to save it or anything, it just says push Control X or F10, so I usually push F10, and again, that's all you get. Nothing pops up. And that has been the most common fix for just about everybody who's ever had any problems with this one here that I've seen so far. Just by simply putting that, or there's also something called no mode set, which they say, allows them to get in there as well. But same doing this. Nothing at all. So now I have to sit here and kill it. There's also been things where it's saying that you have to get it to boot into a terminal, which I'm not exactly that very experienced with Linux, but I do know that I cannot get it to boot into a terminal because A, I don't know the command for it, and B, there's no way to do it because when you go for the command line here, I can't get it. I can't find anywhere that says any commands like this one here. This page that I'm on here, it says it's supposed to have instructions. It says to bring up the boot, or the terminal booting, or whatever it is, to boot into a text mode or whatever. And every single time he mentions booting into it, he says, see instructions below, or see instructions above. But there's been absolutely nothing in here that says how to boot into it. Anyway, back over here. Let's see here. I know before, whenever I was trying to install Linux on here, I should say try to install Ubuntu, it told me that it was getting a kill signal 9. I've seen some things on what it means, and it basically is like something very, very, very catastrophically bad has happened, and so it has to completely, kill everything. Yeah. So, apparently to get around that is the whole, boot with, the ACPI workaround during the install. I can't even get it to boot up a live CD. The only thing that I've been able to get to boot up through a live CD has been, I think it's called Parted Magic, because people were saying, oh, well, the kill signal means that your hard drive is bad, and, you should probably check that and see if it's going to die. And I'm like, I don't think it's going to, because I have only had this for about a month or two now. And now all of a sudden my phone is telling me that it is dying. Yay. Anyway, I'm going to still record if it'll let me. But yeah. It can't do anything. Let's see here, if I go into recovery mode, it actually does something a little bit different. It gets to there, and then it freezes. So it's making me wonder if something to do with the RAM, because it's saying RAM disk, so I'm guessing, something with the RAM. Because again, it's all frozen. Cursor up there doesn't say anything. So I'm assuming it has something to do with the RAM, or I'm thinking it might have to do with the fact that it's a 3D display using the stereoscopic stuff. So since it's a built-in proprietary, display developed and made by Toshiba and Nvidia and blah blah blah, that it might be some kind of driver issue where it's not exactly, Linux friendly, which I don't see why it would be, considering how Nvidia has almost 100% supported Linux in every single way possible. I just don't see why none of this is working. And this has been something that I've noticed has been only for the Qosmio x755. There has been all kinds of, I've seen people saying, oh, well, I'm having the same problem, I can't do anything, can't load. Let's see, matter of fact, let's see here, where is, this guy here is having it. Having some problems, can't do anything, and when he gets there, he gets a kernel panic. Let's see here, where was the other dude? Here's another guy who was having the same exact problem. So the only way you could get it to work was using the workarounds. Yeah, and see, Windows 7 loads up just fine. But, you just try to do it there, and he finally got it, to work with the workarounds. And this person's saying, oh, we'll run this and tell it to work. Doesn't do it. You're saying do all this, and now he says, all he gets is the blinking underscore, which is what a lot of other people have been getting with other various things. So this is apparently something completely ridiculous, and something I desperately don't understand is why they have an enable. See if I can't get it because my screen's really dim on the phone now. Enable ACPI workarounds. Why don't they have something like that for normal booting? If you have to have that just to install it, then it should be a big, light bulb saying, hey, if they're going to need this to install, they're going to need this to boot. So they should probably try putting in there. As for that, here, or I should say, there goes any and all, dreams of getting Ubuntu back on my laptop, all flushed down the drain. So yeah, I was trying all kinds of different things down here to get, different things. I used to have like 4 or 5 different freaking ISOs down there, just trying to get things to work. Yeah, I can't find anything, get anything to work at all. Annoying as crap. and it's honestly pissing me the fuck off. So I really enjoyed my compact laptop before, because I could install just about any Linux that I wanted on it, and I had Ubuntu on there for the longest time. Absolutely loved it, and was really hoping I could put Linux on here as a dual booting option. So that way, if I just needed to open up the laptop and just browse around, didn't really need to do any hardcore stuff like rendering or playing a game or anything. Just browse the web, maybe write some papers for class or something like that. Then just open it up, have it booted within a few seconds. But nope, because apparently this is completely and 100% non-Ubuntu friendly. The only thing that I know that works is if you have I think it's 11.4. That one there kind of works with certain settings that I've heard, but I don't want that. I want the newest, because why should I be using something that's got shit features compared to it? I shouldn't say shit features, but I mean it's features that are included in the new release that I find very entertaining and very fun to try and mess around with. If I go and use the previous version, all those nice features are gone, so I can't do it. So no point for me doing it. I would go to, I think it's like, what, 10.10, because I think people were saying it works. I haven't tried it. I don't want to try it because I had 11.4 working on the compact before. What's strange is this little computer here. Let's see if I can get the light on. The computer there. Look at its specs right there. See if I can get it to focus. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, somebody's walking by. Anyway, like I was saying, that computer there is pretty old. It's got a single core at 1.8 gigahertz, with only 512 megabytes of RAM, and I think it was like 160 gigabyte hard drive. All IDE, everything, and yet it can run 11.10 almost perfectly. I mean, it's laggy because it's old and it doesn't have a lot of RAM and processor, but at least it runs it. This thing is almost top of the line tech, and it can't run it. Sounds like bullshit.